call to order. All right, we'll start with roll call. Tim Weber, President here. Wendy Kuehl, Vice President.
Here.
Frank Blaine, Secretary.
Here.
Duncan Woodhull.
Here.
Chad Morrison.
Here.
City Council, Keith Carlson.
Yes.
And then Craig is out with notice on vacation here. So, first steps, we could take a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion passed. All right, and then we can take a motion to approve the minutes from the February 23rd meeting.
Motion to approve. I will second.
All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Very good. Public comments, we don't have any public here today, so we can peruse on past that and get into reports and updates from council staff and members on non-agenda items. I don't know if we have any non-agenda things here to talk about, really? or-
Craig did submit a report, so that was in the packet. Basically, kind of gave you an update on what's going on in the parks. The restroom by the Pickleball Court, it'll be ready to be opened with all the rest of them. We've got that already and done. They are working on the last two picnic shelters in Lyons Park as far as getting the new steel roofs on them and whatnot. They're working on the third one. They'll have one more after that, so they're getting that done. We had to redo, I don't know if you mentioned it previously, but the gazebo that's at Century Park there, right, it's several years old. It was rotting out. It was getting in really bad shape. So we did redo that this year, and we've got that finished up too. So it looks a lot nicer and a lot sturdier through there. We have got the egg line for the ball field in Lyons Park. It is delivered. We haven't got it placed yet. We're kind of waiting for ISG to blue top it, which is basically survey to see how much we need where, whatnot. They kind of, so they sound like they're going to try to be out here this week to do that. So maybe next week we'll be able to we'll get it, cut out what we need and then put back in. But it's all delivered, piled up there and ready to go when we're ready for that. The playground equipment, you probably got that email. It did get delivered today, so the playground equipment's delivered. It is sitting by the old sewer plant because it's in the fenced-in area. We wanted it fenced in so nobody messes with it. And so it got delivered, and it'll be the second week in April now that they're looking at installing it, probably midweek, they said, to be here, and they'll keep us posted on an exact date. But it's exciting. We should be having a place in here in April, which would probably actually work out pretty good because I think we're going to have to, do a little surface work there, kind of figure out exactly, we'll kind of figure out this week exactly where to place it. We know it's going to go east of the normal, but just see where it will fit in and probably, dig back some of the sod and whatnot and get it ready for them to place it. So that gives us a little time, so that'll work out pretty good then there. Otherwise, he did have a little note, I did some research about the pickle courts. He kind of mentioned it last time he was here about, it was brought up about doing the concrete a little different. Tension rod concrete, which basically is supposed to help with cracking on it. He's been talking with ISG, they've both been doing some research. Like we said last time, it shoots the cost up a lot to do this. Another issue we might have with it is that there's got to be so much space to make room for those tension rods between the courts, so we might not be able to fit in as many courts as we want to in that area if we do this. Craig and ISG, and we can talk about this a little more when he gets back here because he's been doing all the research on it, but they think that what cracks are out there, they're kind of on the seams are on the cuts. They think they can, basically fill them in and get them to stop, and they think there's a few things different we can do to kind of help with the cracking, but like I said, we can talk about this a little bit more when he comes back and kind of talk about the different options and what's the best way to go. So, but he just gave you a little update about that, and like I said, when he's back next month, we'll kind of have more of an in-depth conversation about it before we actually do the two more courts. So that's what he had. All my updates were just in the packet and pertain to agenda items, so we can hit those. And I don't know if Keith has anything to update you on or not.
I don't think so.
Okay, I can't remember anything that's come up with council meetings, probably, so.
Nope, it's been, just with the grants and
in the celebration, I think, but it just really only touched on it at the city council.
We'll discuss that one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it some more at the next council meeting. So
Yep.
let's move on, so, yeah, so I think we can go on to the agenda items.
I think the Egerline pile is now the most attractive piece of playground equipment at the park. If you
Probably is.
guys have driven past there, and boys
Oh, it's a
jumping
big
off
pile.
of that thing. I can't believe nobody has a broken leg. I watched them stand on the top and just jump as far as they could.
Oh,
I'm like,
Lord.
oh, wow, you guys are brave. But,
I can't jump out of the back of a pickup.
That wasn't you on that, huh?
yeah.
That was not me.
Okay, we can move on to old business, and Teresa provided us some updates. She, looks like she checked in with Dave Dershin, and he has committed to running the concession stands for the
Yep,
season.
yep, he is good to go. The first game out there, the first, and then be a high school game is on the 30th here now, so next week already is the first softball game. He's aware of all of their dates, because they've got all their games scheduled, so he says he'll definitely be there for that. Once we get the softball schedule, that the game's there, we'll get that to him, and then he'll try to do as many of them as he can, so he plans to do as many as he can. So he's, yeah, he's committed to it, and we'll get him a door code this week, and get him up and going.
All right. Is there any way we can track the utilities year over year on that building specifically, or is it just part of?
We can track the water, because we have a meter there, so we can, track the readings.
There's gotta be an electrical meter.
I was gonna say, there's gonna be an electrical meter, so we can kind of track that too, to see what it is. So, yeah, we could kind of track them to see
Yeah, it's-
what they're
Usage.
costing there.
I think that would be a good idea if we could.
It's gonna be a little
Yeah.
skewed, because, the water meter is gonna have, there's just one going to the building. Of course, the restrooms are on there too, so it isn't all being used by the,
Yeah, I was just
for the
saying,
concessions,
if we
bands, and same
compared
with
it to-
electricity, but it's something, we can track, and then by the end of the season, take a look at it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that.
He's a busy guy, he's bought a couple more bars too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, shout out to that Humboldt bar though. It's cheap beer. The food looks great. And,
Oh, the
they
pizzas
got
are
that,
awesome.
Pizzas are good, yeah.
They got that, and the calzones are.
Yeah, the pizza's real
And
good.
they have a TCA thing going on with the Humboldt and Hartford sharpshooters. It's about 22 grand now. Sounds like
Jeez.
just saying.
Nice.
There's only 10 cars left.
All right, let's get big.
Yep.
Get big. All right, we can move on to the maintenance fee for field usage. I guess I don't know if we have any movement on that, or any ideas that anybody's come up with there.
Should we just start taking that off?
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna just kind of keep pursuing the advertising fee versus.
With the advertising and
I mean, for
stuff?
this year,
I
I
think that way
assume the board's
too.
not gonna do anything this year, so.
Yeah.
we can-
Maybe move on from it.
Well, no one's, who would get tacked on fees?
Well, we're
Like
thinking that,
footballs?
we're thinking it'd have to be softball because that's where the concession stand is.
Right.
Flag football brings in their own.
Soccer won't.
Right.
But it's not really for the concessions, it's more for the maintenance of the
Well,
field, right?
yeah,
Correct.
that's true.
Right, right.
And they're all doing a lot of in-kind type stuff.
What's that?
Well, they're not all doing it. The
Well,
softball, football advertise it, but we haven't seen any.
Oh, I haven't,
Yeah,
so
but
they just talked
softball has
about it.
donated a few.
Yeah, they've done some bases, they've done,
Yeah.
some chalk and stuff, so, yeah, softball's probably done.
And then the
done
school is
most.
doing some stuff with some sprinkler.
Yep,
Okay.
giving some sprinkler heads and whatnot, so the schools kind of helped, yeah. So if we could maybe kind of keep on more with that, to kind of help with those areas, I mean, it's all helps, it's kind of a wash then, if we don't have to have expenses with equipment and whatnot, that helps,
Yeah,
more
but-
money we can put for the maintenance.
The advertising will offset some of that.
Right, yep, and we talked about advertising and offsetting some of those fees, and Duncan's done a great job at that, so, yeah.
We can move right into the advertising agreements. You got any more updates over last week, or?
Yep.
or can- Okay.
Yep, since your sheet says Pizza Ranch, I turned in Blackman Foundation. is doing a scoreboard, and Wilking Construction is doing a banner. So we're up to 27 businesses at 41.4 by my,
Yep, that's my calculation,
Hartford
41 forward the next 3 years, so, yeah.
next stop 45, get there, maybe next stop 50, who knows?
Oh, you're doing good.
I'm actually, I've got the name of the boss at Semcast. I don't think anyone has ever approached them. But he's out of town this week. And I thought about Handco, right next to him. Those guys. I've been trying to, Dave doesn't pick up his phone. I can't get a hold of him. But I think Dave as in 3 bar owners, concession guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, because I said,
They're
I hit
shown.
up the bar.
They're
You're making
shown.
some concession offers.
Yeah, so, and I got a few more. I think a real good one would be Justin at Big J's and all his 4 entities, but I don't have a way. If anyone wants to sneak me a cell phone number, I'll call him.
I don't know if I have that one.
I think I've always got to stop in for that one.
I got that one.
Okay. I mean, I talked to him once in a hurry, but he kind of liked the idea that he could put 4 logos on a banner. He said, you do you. You can rock it out however you want. So, and then Teresa's gonna provide me or we're gonna get it locked down on the softball, big softball tournament at the end of July. And I know that Dave and Buster's are gonna be out there pitching their, goodies and what they do, and hopefully discount cards and all that. They said they're gonna staff out there during that tournament.
Which tournament is this?
Every year, there's a big softball tournament, like the last week of July, or the Sioux Falls, we're part.
Oh,
So
they
the
use
over-
it.
spillover.
We get the overrun from the.
Gotcha.
The spillover comes to us.
Gotcha.
So the guy from Dave and Buster's, Sioux Falls,
Yep.
he actually came out and looked at our fields and goes, yeah. So I want to help him, because I think that's just the beginning. We'll get more. He'll go bigger. So, and then I've got a list of 12 that said not this year, but maybe next. Your neighbor in Bay, Tim, they had just too many barriers.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get big. Talk to the next
I
person.
almost
Talk to the next
killed it.
person. Yeah.
So no, it's good, very good. And keeping checkered, is it checkered graphics?
Mhm.
Keeping them busy.
Yeah, wish they'd be a little more speedier, but she's gotten better the last couple of weeks. I said, because I sent her a lot. I said, we got a lot going on. You're gonna have to stay on top of it.
Which, you and I will talk, I should talk to them too. Why not?
Oh, they're
We're
all.
feeding them all these banners. Why not advertise?
Yeah.
I mean, for a poultry $500, let's go. But, no, it's been good. It's good for me, a person like me, just getting to know the community, been a peddler all my life, so this is not difficult for me. I can handle the no's, as long as I get a few yeses on the way. But if someone can get me Big Justin's phone number,
Yeah, my phone just died, but I got it. I'll send it over to you.
perfect. Thank you. Other than that, I think we're good, right, Teresa?
Yep, same thing I feel. So, yep, we're plugging away at them.
Very good. All right, we can move on to 26 budget items. We can review the projects that we have, and starting with Lyons Park. We said that the playground equipment was delivered.
Yep.
And Craig was checking in on the tension rods on the pickleball courts, probably before we get too carried away with anything there, so.
Yep, we'll talk about that next month.
And then the pickleball court practice board, we did receive a donation for that, so we'll decide where we want to put that, I suppose, right? And that can go kind of right on the fence.
Yeah, so that's probably just the biggest decision is where to put it and how you want to set that up, so.
Very good. And, do we need to put an order in for that or anything, or is that?
I think let's see what we're gonna do. Let's talk about a little more where we're gonna put it and what we're gonna do with the other 2 additional ones and where it'd work out the best, and then we'll see how big a one we need,
Yeah.
and what not, and what material, you know, are we
So-
just gonna do a board, or is it gonna be some different material?
Yeah, so maybe wait till.
I think we'll wait till Craig comes back and
Yeah,
we'll talk a
wait-
little more
wait
with
till
him on that.
the second court here is erected, and then we can have an idea of where to put it, maybe.
Right, yeah. probably.
Do you know when they'll put the nets up?
Hmm?
The nets on the existing courts?
So we're not gonna put them in until we stop getting below freezing at night, because the tubes that they go in are sunk into the ground, and that frost gets in there, it'll break the holders for the pickleball. So,
Okay.
you know, I think tonight, or this week, there is some temps in the 25s and 30s yet. We'll look at
That'll
next
be that way
week.
till mid-April,
We're
probably.
we're kind of looking at hoping to look at everything first part of April. That's usually when we kind of open the bath. That's when we kind of get out of that freezing period, open the bathrooms, and we'll
Makes
get the
sense.
nets up and that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
that's the only problem, is that you can't put them in while it's still freezing, because otherwise it'll break those tubes. Yeah.
Is there still a net available here?
Hmm?
Is there still a net?
Oh, yeah, there's still the one you could check out, the
Okay.
portable one here that, yeah.
All right.
You do that right here?
Yep, we have a portable net you can check out, and then we got paddles and balls and stuff that, so people could check out. You put them in here if they want.
You Put it in your.
Put it up in the driveway or whatever, yeah.
really?
I think you've done it.
Yeah, I've used it a few times.
Yeah.
Is there an interest at all for like, you know, the pickleball courts, like, I don't know, I wouldn't know what you call like free play in the mornings during the spring and summer, where, yeah, I go out to Riverdale and there's tons of people out there. And you just, I mean, you can show up by yourself.
Yep,
You
they
make
have
it.
a listed time, yeah.
Yeah, most time it's like 8 to noon, it's just open, and then you put your paddle up on the fence essentially, and then you just rotate in.
Yeah,
But you need, I mean, you need, I don't know, you need some people that come consistently. You don't want to show up with 3 people.
Right.
You'd probably need
So I don't
eight
I don't know if we've
consistent
seen
people.
it that busy in the mornings there. We do have the rack, so if it does
Sure.
get busy, where they
Yeah.
can put their paddles on and, you know, then you can rotate in. If it does get, to that point, so we did put that up out there.
Yeah.
I think if you listed an open play time and it was consistent, I think people would catch on to that.
Yeah, it would take probably a little bit of
Yeah.
advertising, just getting people
Yeah,
to be aware.
yeah, it would.
Right.
I mean,
If there's enough
essentially,
people to
kind of right now is all
Yeah.
open, so,
Yeah.
but,
But,
yeah, if you have a set time and people wanna, come to
Yeah.
that's something to think about. I mean, we can certainly advertise whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. You just
Yeah,
get a lot of different
Yeah.
people and,
there's a lot of people that play in town, I know.
We
Yeah.
kind of seen last year that, like, during the morning days, not so busy. I mean, definitely, school gets out the later afternoons, the evenings, weekends obviously are the most busiest there.
Yeah, it's more
I mean, our
your-
guys are always in the park, so they kind of see when people are there and when they're not. but,
yeah, it's definitely more like retired, or if you maybe work from home or something.
Oh,
you have to
sure,
in the
sure.
morning.
Yep, I'm sure.
It's kind of,
And
I
if
mean,
you're-
I'm usually the younger one. on
And if
the
you're by
Friday mornings.
yourself, I mean, if you're, like, if your spouse doesn't play and you want to go play or
Yeah.
whatever,
Be
by
great when we
yourself,
did
then
that.
you know other people are going to be there to play
Yeah.
it.
Oh, true, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
I
up-
like the idea, because
Yeah,
I
I
think
think-
it would give people an opportunity to play that don't have like a partner
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
or, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sure,
my
then you just show
mother-in-law,
up and hopefully.
Teresa,
Yeah.
I mean, she'd probably do it and
Oh, yeah.
pop over there. Like,
Yep.
once you start getting like 6, 7 people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we can
You know, let's
advertise
start-
anything through.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of, Frank and Cheryl and Duncan and Tanya would be there.
Maybe you'll get a girl.
We'd have to wait until water aerobics is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
my
so
God, yes.
When
No,
is that
that's one
done?
interview.
9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Is that every day?
No, or is it?
Well, it is now, but it's different times. There's like 3 days. Yeah, in the morning, then there's a couple, we started then alternating evening times too, for those that
Right.
can't make them in the morning. So I mean, could do it every day, but sometimes it's in the morning, some days it's in
It's
the
8:30,
evening.
9:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right after that, you could just head right to the pickleball court.
Yeah, get your warm up in.
There you go. You're
Yeah.
warmed up with your water aerobics and then.
Next thing you know, it's lunch and.
Yep,
Yeah,
9:30 to
workout.
11:30 is
coffee,
open
and
play
nap.
at the pickleball.
Yeah.
Excellent. excellent idea, excellent. I think, yeah, even if we got a board, if we just needed an additional board to put up there to say like these times or
Yeah.
whatever.
They want me to.
And then start putting it out there, but,
That'd be nice.
Might take a little bit to catch on, but
yeah. There's nothing stopping that from happening, I guess, organically either, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, it's true, and it's free. I mean, it's,
Perfect, good ideas. What else we have here? We talked through the ag lime for field A. It's all stacked up over there, ready to go. And we can go on to Swenson Park updates. The new entrance sign is on order, and we're expecting 8 to 10 weeks. Is that right, Teresa?
Yep,
Yep.
yep, and it's been ordered, 2-3 weeks ago, so, yeah, so hopefully,
When are we expecting?
by later
Um,
April, May, we'll know
yeah.
something.
Arrival around June. Okay. And then shade structure and bleachers out at Swenson Park. Craig is getting pricing on those still.
Yep, I know before he left, he was starting to measure stuff, figure out what we need and start working on pricing, but, hasn't got anything together. Might have something by next meeting, hopefully. Okay.
Very good. And then some netting between black tie and the soccer fields to help the stray soccer balls from going out towards black tie.
Yeah, and I know he hasn't got any pricing on that. I think he wants to talk kind of a little more with the board of what exactly we want, you know, kind of what we're thinking, so can look into maybe a few different options there.
Yeah.
So,
Very good.
2 scoreboards.
Oh, yeah, 2 scoreboards, sorry,
Is that on the-
skip right past that.
Yeah. And those, he was also checking in pricing. I mean, he was basically, we'll put the same kind that we already have, you know, match the 2 were there. He was just getting quotes on it to see what the prices be to make sure we're in budget, but basically it'll be, you know, we want to keep it consistent. It'll be the same as what's already out there, so he just needs to get a quote on it.
So we're approved for 2 scoreboards.
Yep, it's in budget and it's been released.
Yep. Yeah, 25.
Teresa, that's more real estate.
It is.
That's more.
We're
real
probably gonna
estate.
need it.
Yeah, yeah,
If
but
you
make
keep
sure you
selling
give
those
them like that.
scoreboard decals, we're gonna need those extra scoreboards.
What's that? Gee. I'm gonna have to go outside the Empire.
Okay, Turtle Creek, we got approved to put up some concrete tee boxes for disc golf. We just gotta confirm the hole placement and get a quote on that stuff, I believe, right?
Yep.
And, we'll probably use, I was assuming Craig would call the same guy that does like our pickleball courts and stuff like that for concrete, or,
Usually gets multiple bids.
yeah.
Right.
I think they tend to treat us pretty well, so. Next thing would be unallocated funds. We had 35,500 in unallocated funds in the budget that we can find ways to spend it on. Maybe another board on the pickleball court could take a little bit of that.
And we are taking the updates in the park shelter out of some of that 35,000, so.
Yep,
We got 25,000. I don't even think it's gonna be 10,000 and still, so.
okay, very good. And those, I don't know if you guys have driven by, but they look great. They got blue steel on them, on the
Yeah.
roofs.
They do look nice, a lot nicer.
Look good. All right, and then we can move on to the 1 to 5 year Parks Capital Improvements Plan and master plan for the future, and kind of discuss any grant application submission for the trail, and anything else. If you guys have anything first that comes to mind on this 1 to 5 plan that you guys would like to see on this 27 line being marked in there, we can start writing stuff in. If you guys don't have anything yet, that's okay. I would encourage you to go around and talk to people from the community and see, maybe get some ideas. I know I was at the park this weekend, and there was a small kid going up the stairs at the playground there, and their parent was like, I can't believe these stairrails are like this, because there's so much space between the rail and the first step. And I said, hey, we're getting new
Was the kid
equipment
like
on here.
you?
Yeah, because it's like,
Something for the
it's
little
like
one.
fallout height, right?
It
Like that
is,
was- It's like, it is very weird that there's not another bar down there, but, yeah, so they were excited to hear that. But I haven't really heard any big new requests or suggestions out there from people. So if you guys hear of anything, or if you have anything on your mind, that would be great. Chad, you got anything you'd like to see at the, around the parks? Just kidding, not to put you on the spot like that.
We will, so, budget is in August. We're gonna probably do the budget requests a little different this year. We've been talking with the city council, just so, budget meeting takes a lot of time the way it is, and then when you've got everybody requesting and all that, it just adds to the time. So we're thinking about separating that and having a separate meeting for everybody who's gonna request funds, and then everybody can do their presentation. And then we'll have then the separate budget meeting on another night, so, kind of split it up so it isn't just a super long night with the council and everybody here. So we'll probably do that meeting like in July. So that kind of gives us, past this meeting, get April, May, and June. So we'll kind of want to start thinking hard and actually finding prices for some of these items that we want to do in 2027. Because
Yeah.
we'll want to have that budget ready by our July meeting, well, maybe even a little before then, depending on when the council sets that meeting for requests, yeah, so.
So Craig got pricing on the new basketball court, so is that out of the question for 2026?
So it's $46,000, and we don't have enough unallocated
Yeah,
funds
we'll
for
have to
that,
push
but
that
that may
out.
be a good thing for 27.
Yeah, that maybe would be a priority for 27. Yeah, we can
I
go-
think
I
it should
think
be a
it should be as
priority.
well.
Thanks. Hey, West Central, or West, yeah, West.
Essential.
Yeah, what are we, 3A champs?
2A.
Two
Or
A.
1A.
One, just,
1A.
just
Class A.
A chance.
Class A.
We're Class A. Nothing says champion like a new court. Let's
Yeah.
celebrate the Class A champions.
Yeah. I agree, I think that should be one of our
Yeah, we need
27
a
items.
sport court and 2 nets at Lyons Park.
You guys already spent all your money.
Well, I thought we had left more on the table than we.
You'd probably find some advertising money to, help offset it.
There you go.
No, but you could maybe you could make a down payment with your 25 grand that you got left, and you could, put half down, maybe they could get it ready so you could be ready for next year. And I just thought, that,
Yeah. I mean, to me, that makes sense, right?
if you put $20,000.
Tim's just wondering how he gets a wrestling mat on top of
Yeah,
it.
where do we get the wrestling facility here?
Okay, yeah.
Well, if you go halfway, I mean, then it makes sense, oh, well, of course you're gonna get the other half.
You could throw some mats on that new sport court.
There you go, there
We
you
could call
go.
it
Throw it out
wrestling too. We
there.
could have a multi-purpose facility.
100-degree mats, frying your skin.
So that grant for the trail, I would assume we'd have some, if that's awarded, we would have some
We have that
dollars
20% share, yeah,
of that. That would be part of 27's
right.
budget as well.
And we should know on that grant,
Will we know before our budget
I don't
period?
know if we'll know that before July. It'll be right in there.
It'll be right,
So it'll be right
yeah,
close
that's what I was
in
wondering
there.
if we'd know.
I mean, we can always figure that dollar amount. We'll have a cost estimate, so we
Sure.
can figure that amount
And plug
in
that
there
number,
and then
yeah.
plug it in. We'll just plug in the figure for that.
Yeah, we could always put like an approval contingent on receiving the grant or something too.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because that would come out of that 35, or?
No, no,
That'd
this
be
would
for
be
next
looking
year.
at the 2027
Yeah, I
budget.
gotcha.
Because if we get the grant, that's going to be a 2027
Yeah.
project.
Right.
Yeah. So we just got to apply for it now this year, yeah. Yeah, I would just encourage you to look at the list we got there, see what you want to prioritize for next year, and then we can work at getting cost estimates, and then we know what we're looking at, so, just so we can start working on budget numbers.
Okay, so yeah, just something good to keep on the front of your mind. This, if you guys are hearing anybody grumbling about things that are broken down or anything that needs replacement or updates or the cool new things that other towns are doing, that would be great. We did have a letter that we are sending as the board to the city so that they can use it as a reference for applying for this grant. And then, do you have that?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, and I think everybody has signed it.
Perfect.
Craig, I'll get Craig's before, the grant needs to be submitted by the 10th of April, so I can sign it. Some of you are here, but the school has sent a recommendation letter as well, or a support letter as well, so I got that already. And then Greg Hartman with the Hartford Area Softball Association's doing a letter for us too, so since they kind of use the facility the most, I think having those 3 letters of support will be, they always recommend having a letter or 2 of support, so I think those will be helpful. The school did a great one too, just kind of emphasizing kids and a safe route to get up there. And Tim's letter, I don't know if you read it, but I mean, it's good just showing the safety aspects, so I think that will really help us with the grant, because they're always looking at stuff like that to get safe route or safe passage for kids to different areas, so. ISG is working on cost figures, updated cost figures on it. Otherwise, once we have that, I pretty much have most of the stuff put together for the grant, so we'll definitely have it submitted on time, so. And I guess just FYI, when we're talking about grants, I let the council know this, but we got a grant for a new AED here at City Hall. So ours is like 20 years old. It still works, the battery is good, we check it every month and everything's working, but it's at its life expectancy. And if the battery would ever die out, we couldn't get a replacement for it or whatnot, so it was recommended to replace it. So I actually applied for that same grant, the Sioux Empire United Way one that we used out at the sports complex, that 50/50 grant. Checked with Linda Hartman, she says that's the best grant out there for AEDs. So applied for it one day, but 2 days later, say we got it, so it's a quick and easy process, so. Sent the paperwork in, and I'm sure we'll be able to pick it up shortly, so.
And did we get that extra 400?
Oh.
That school board, or
No, I haven't even checked into that. I didn't have time last week or hear the superintendent, when he was at the meeting, he was saying that there's some funds, yeah, we can look at there to get, we can put towards it, so, yeah, I have to check
I was
into
just
that.
curious, actually.
Yeah.
If that worked out, so.
My last week was so busy, it's on the list.
There you go. But thanks for getting the grant.
Yep,
Yeah.
so, just let you know.
Okay, some new business stuff, the review of the chamber application for economic development funds. So if you guys remember, the chamber came in and they had some light poles that they wanted to put up. The city budgeted $100,000 for economic development projects this year, and they're looking for people and groups to find ways to use this to spur economic development. So that's where the chamber submitted their application, and the project was presented to the city council for a review. And I guess, what else do you know about that there?
So no action was taken on that application. They did ask for some extra information. Found out the price she submitted didn't have everything included that needed to be, so she was gonna get an updated quote on it, check into a little bit more as far as how much light they would project, how much are you really getting them, because, she's proposing ones like downtown, kind of the ornamental, obviously not quite as much light as like a street light would, put out or whatnot, so she was gonna try to get that plan, as far as the lighting plan from them, an updated quote, and I think those are kind of the 2 main things, weren't those, Keith? And then come back to that with the council, so, they didn't say yes, but they didn't say no, they were just asked for more information, so I'm planning on her, I haven't checked base with Jill with the chamber yet, but I think she plans to come back the first meeting in April to the council, and give them that updated information. There also was, the school came and also presented another plan for economic development funds, not park related, but they are looking at, every 2 years, they build a house, their construction class does a home that they build basically on site and then auction it off, and then it gets moved to whoever buys it, a different location. They thought a way to help out the city and spur economic development of the city is buy a lot here, actually site build a home on it. They would, utilize several of the different classes as far as, the financing of it and testing the soil, and the marketing, advertising. They could use incorporate into a lot of different classes that way. And then, like I said, they build the house, and then they would sell it. The proceeds for that would buy another lot. It'd be kind of sustainable after that. So that was presented as well. No action taken. I think the council wants to look at these plans, see if any other ones come in and kind of move on from there. So right now, they're just taking it all in and thinking about it, I guess, I would just say, yeah.
Yeah, no action. I think
Yeah.
it looks like to me that they'll take action all at once.
Yeah, I think they're gonna look at the two plans, maybe I'll check base with Art, but maybe wait a month or so to see if any other things come in,
Right.
and then evaluate them all and see decide where because we only have 100,000 and
Right.
where the funds should go, so.
Was there a
But we
deadline?
have a couple of two great ideas, though.
Was there a deadline on that?
We didn't have a deadline just because we have all year to spend the money, but we kind of talked at last meeting, maybe we should, just so we can
Discuss the.
get a cutoff and we can discuss the options and get,
For the
the
school,
money.
I think there was a deadline. There's a timeline that they would like to move forward.
Well, they want to do it to start next school year, so they would kind of like a decision before the next school year, so, you're looking at August, September, so they know what they're doing, whether they're doing a site-built one or one at the school again, so. So I think through the summer, we'll do something, we'll decide something,
Yeah,
yeah.
just let you know that.
So.
Very good. And then we can move on to the meeting with Gateway Hartford that Frank and Chad went and talked to those guys as they're looking to reclaim lagoon land and build out and keep in line with what our park's goals are, so we'll let you guys take away an update on that.
There wasn't a lot of details on the remediation. They've done soil testing, and they're waiting for the results to come back on that. And I think they were just getting them that day. So they don't know what they have to do, but they do know that it's a brownfield site and that there has been an
We
application.
did get the results of that. Everything looks pretty good. There's no
Heavy metals.
big items that we've got to address. We'll be able to either dig it out and take it to the landfill or land applied or what. There's no big concerns there. So that's good. Testing came back good. So, yeah.
And it was just kind of a big plan, what do we do with this? And how do we work in association with the school's property and what they plan on doing, and then Cressman
Yeah, that was a big part.
development and how they can tie all that in together, and whether or not there'd be some light industrial type businesses or office building complex or that type of thing that might want to go in there.
All right.
Yeah, it seemed like, the business side of things, like a business district, and then even like trying to do like a water plant to incorporate that somehow with the existing, and other cool ideas of what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were wondering if we wanted to try to make it a destination for, like, they didn't mention a water park, but like having businesses where we have the jamboree days and we have where they have the food trucks come in during the week, that type of stuff. Try to get something where people are coming from other towns to come here and participate in things in that area.
We need a park, probably, huh?
Well, we were wondering if they put like some senior living housing and twin homes in there.
Sure.
And you have the high school there. Can they have like a walk path? And then you'd mentioned the active seniors type workout stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Could that also apply to things that the school kids would use?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right next to the middle school there.
And then maybe they have to have stormwater ponds. Do they get the game fish and parks to stock it with fish and make it a place you can go and fish?
Yeah, lots of great ideas, right?
Turn it into an ice rink in the wintertime,
There
and
you go.
There you go.
one that might not melt on us.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah,
How'd that work out this year?
not so good.
What do you call those things where they have the bands in there, and they're like a little dome thing like they have down
Like a band shell or a...
Yeah,
there? There you go. That, yeah, just a small,
yeah.
inexpensive one.
I mean, they're looking for ideas, they're like, essentially said, I mean, don't worry about the budget right now, but if you guys have
Play.
ideas of what you
What
want to
should we
look
be
like.
doing?
They
Yeah.
had a representative from AARP for the state there.
Oh, nice.
You know, that-
They're talking about a lot of things that they're doing in other cities.
Sure,
Okay,
that's cool.
that is good.
Yeah.
That is good, yeah.
And they're trying to finish the plan in June, did I write that down right? Is that-
That sounds right.
Like having it all proclaimed by June?
No,
Oh,
Plan.
finish your
Yeah,
plan.
plan.
Okay.
Yes,
I was like,
So-
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
wow.
even think we'll hear about the grant for reclaiming it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think they're all combined together.
Perfect.
All right, and then next, we're looking at 4th of July, 250 years of America, and cities are asked to help recognize any way possible, so if we have any big plans you guys think we could put up to make the 4th of July big and cool, it looks like the Jamboree and Women's of Today are having a Jamboree parade with a red, white, and blue theme. And, let's see here, what else we got? I've suggested, see if we can find 2 to 4 people that would be interested in helping plan various events for this occasion.
Few things that council just kind of touched on is, getting some flags to commemorate it. I am checking in pricing of the banners that are down street on the downtown poles. They make special 250th banners, so checking prices on that, that'd be kind of nice to
Mhm.
showcase that. We talked about the 4th of July, maybe have a community dinner, hot dog, pop, chips, or whatnot, in the park or something with some entertainment and whatnot. We're gonna pass a resolution at the next meeting. Like Jamboree's already committed to the theme for Jamboree Days, but, there's a lot of different things you can do. Some towns, they said, are doing time capsules, some are, what's some other things they're doing? I'm trying to remember it.
And of course fireworks, but it's on July 4th, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say fireworks, we brought that up, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to secure anything because it is July 4th, and I think we might be kind of behind the 8 ball with that.
Well, Chris and I were talking just a little bit before the meeting, and we're not feeling a lot of hype for this 250th celebration, nationwide or anything. So I don't know if they're.
I don't know if you guys remember the 200 celebration, my God, that was just advertised everywhere, and you just don't hear a lot about this too much. Out in the general public,
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So I just don't know how much effort we should maybe put into this. I think the flags to recognize it and
Yeah.
the Jamboree Days, but this might not be a big trouble for businesses to get behind or any
Right.
money-making thing. I think we're getting a little bit of resistance coming, pushback on that. Let's say if we wanted to sell flags, that's a 250th birthday or 130th birthday for Hartford, then, yeah, but how many residents would actually get one, or banners, or, for their own homes? I think you might get stuck at
Yeah.
holding the band, with a bunch of extra flags,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but like I put in report, it was brought up, if we can find, maybe a few citizens, 2, 3, 4 citizens, and maybe want to kind of start thinking about different things and kind of approaching businesses of the city or whatnot, come up with ideas that, I'm sure the city would entertain anything to kind of help promote it, so.
Yeah, we're about 100 days out, right?
Yeah.
With July, yeah.
Close.
When is Jamboree Days again?
So that's in
Third
June,
week?
the third
Weekend?
Saturday,
Like the
what,
20th?
what does that hit?
Third Saturday of June?
Yeah, it's usually the third Saturday of June, I'm not sure what the exact date of
June
it.
20th.
That sounds right, yeah.
It's after Father's Day, right?
I
I think they moved it, because it used to be on Father's Day weekend, but did they move it to the
Yeah,
weekend
Father's
after?
Day.
I think Father's Day is different, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is Father's Day weekend, actually.
Yeah, I
That's the
think it's Father's
21st,
Day.
yeah.
So it's
It's the
Saturday.
20th, I think, I believe.
Yeah, that would sound right, because it's usually Father's Day weekend. So, yeah, so I mean, if you have any ideas, or if you know anybody that might be interested in kind of getting behind it, like I said, city's looking for some, I'm sure we'll be talking about it by every meeting, just
Right.
different things, so, yeah.
Yeah, because that's 2 weeks before.
I know, it's just,
It's the
it's just
timing.
coming up and
Yeah.
just bad timing, or,
Yeah.
or just slipping away here. We're
Right,
running out of-
yeah.
Running out of
Planning
time.
time, yep.
Yeah. But yes, I think we should recognize it,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Frank and I did too.
Well, if you, it's not something that anybody here has to take on, but if you think of anybody else in the community that would be interested
yeah.
in really doing something fun or has interest, let us know and we can refer them to the Jamboree Committee or the city or somebody to help get something going.
I did reach out to the Optimist to see if they could get on that committee, but.
Okay.
Yeah, Keith?
That is the other key, but yeah, actually, the president of the Optimist went right to the top.
Yeah, there you go.
Was that Hummel? Right?
Was,
What time?
It's Merlin Global, is that
Yeah.
who you
Oh,
said it
okay,
is?
okay.
Yeah. The Globals.
I only had to walk a block, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and then we can move on to discussing information booth at Jamboree Days last year. I believe you two were sitting at the
Yep.
chairs for the most of it, and just kind of chatting with people, letting them know that we exist, and we're trying to make the town better, and that's kind of where you first got your push on the advertisements as well, right? So,
Right.
if anybody would like to pull out another table and chairs, we could make a timetable if you guys want to sit there the whole time, we understand that, if everybody wants to rotate in on that or something, and
It's
just,
like 2 hours, not a big deal.
yeah.
I did reach out to the Jamboree Committee, and there's no cost for an information booth, so I mean, it's just people's time to sit there. I think last year we kind of did pamphlets for you guys,
Yeah.
put together some pamphlet,
Yep.
information pamphlets to hand out, we can kind of update those, and.
I
mean,
think
if you
what
wanna
we should
that.
do is have a little banner with all our sponsors.
Oh,
All
with
our
the advertising?
Yep, so when they walk by and, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
So they can see who's,
Like a-
who's sponsored, or who's advertising, or
Yeah, just to thank, hey, we thank these
maybe
people.
for our current banner sponsor.
Why not? If there are tons of people in the crowd, then someone who's not sponsoring or advertising, hey, how do I get on board? Hopefully with all these signage out there, we're gonna get more people, that'll spawn more activity.
There you go, shame on me.
Shame them. Keith, it's not shaming, it's about the kids.
Oh, that's right.
Come on. But I mean, let's talk about that, Teresa, about a potential little, it doesn't have to be just like recognizing all that we've,
Doing one with it. Yeah, we can see what we can put together, so yeah, we'll think about that.
and then we could do some pamphlets or,
Are you volunteering? to sit there?
make sure Tanya and I are around that weekend. Yes,
Yes.
if we're around, that's not a problem. And we had a great spot right in the center in the shade with turf.
Yep.
A little warm that day.
Yeah, it was a little warm that day, but it's good. Gotta be present. Now I gotta be trimmed around that weekend.
Yeah.
The car show's pretty cool.
Yeah, the car show was good. And your pickleball tournament too, by the way.
Yeah.
There is that.
Did you have one last year?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had one,
Yeah.
we just did ladies only, just because we only had 2 courts.
Yeah.
So we did a ladies bracket of 18, so.
This is
Yeah, it was
like
good,
a
and we did
Friday
it-
night, Saturday morning
We,
thing.
we could do that, we could do Friday night. On Saturday. I haven't talked to Leah yet. She hasn't asked me, but I'm assuming she'll want me to do it again.
Yeah.
Did you guys
But-
do doubles, or was it singles?
Doubles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
When's the other courts going up, or how many?
Well, if we had them by Jamboree days, which I don't know that that's
Yeah.
So I don't know
possible.
if you'll get them in there for you.
We did use, initially, we used we used the basketball court, we put the portable one there, which it's not ideal.
No, it's not.
I mean, the balls, you almost
Yeah,
need
they run
somebody to
away.
shake balls.
Yeah.
'cause
Put
it was-
tables, put some tables up to
Yeah.
block the ball from.
But only until we got down to the last
Yeah.
few teams, we didn't play that many games on that court, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we could do a Friday night, start like 5 o'clock.
We could move back to the top here, if we have any public comments, if you got anything. You know,
I don't know if I need to introduce myself or not.
I got your name.
Okay, perfect. Just gonna bring up, I don't know the whole process for proposing the idea, but there's a portion of ground out there between Fifth and Ramona that's been kind of difficult to develop. It's been topic of a few different meetings and zoning, and I, with my family, live right there on the east end there, and we thought that that might be a good idea for a park with the path going through there eventually, that walking path that'll, I think in theory, the idea is to connect it up to Swenson, isn't it? I believe that, or potentially.
So when the county did a study from the western corridor, they did that last year, you remember? One of the things basically what they come up with at some point, and of course the county doesn't put any timeline on anything,
Yeah.
is they'll widen western, going all the way up, and then there will be a walking path associated with it, to go down there. So, obviously that's future plans. The timeline for that, is it 5, 10, 20 years,
Is that on a
and
county?
it's the county stretch still,
Okay.
they control that corridor, we don't take over till South Street going south, because that's where we're on both sides of the road, so it's gonna be in the county's ballpark right now, but, eventually,
Just at least want to see the
Yeah.
process for even if this is officially proposing,
Yeah.
it was an idea that needs, we thought to bring to attention of it's a portion of ground that seems difficult to develop, at least the way it currently sits.
Yeah, people
sitting
look
on.
at it and it looks hard to develop. One of the things is that it only has access off of Western, it doesn't have anything off of Oak, so, access to it's kind of hard. Whether you develop it for a
Yeah,
park or
yeah.
residential, whatever you do with it,
Yeah.
it just has, that access, so.
It's just not a great, but if a walking trail does happen to go on that side, then there's perfect access for that.
Right,
It's got a
yeah.
strip of mature trees, a good chunk of ground. I looked at the plan for the parks and it doesn't fall really in any of the categories of, maybe it's bigger than the mini park category, but not big enough for the next stage, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But just at least to bring attention to it before, it's for sale, it's been for sale for, I think, a good while.
Yeah.
And there's not really a park in that neighborhood, and that's kind of the old, historic Hartford, I guess, or old Hartford, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but just an idea at least to bring up. I don't know if you need anything more official or anything other than just to at least toss the idea out.
Yep. At this point, if we're interested in doing more research, obviously the first thing is get together with the owner to see a price. And if you would,
Exactly.
Yeah, does
if
anybody
he
know
possibly
the
lower it
prices
for the
on that?
city, I think you guys get a pretty good
The high
chunk
end
right
used to be
now.
180,000, but I think it's dropped significantly with the developers. I think their offers have been significantly less. That's just what I saw on the website at one point when we looked to buy the ground. I didn't really get hold of them a whole lot, but
Yeah.
Is that the one that shows like a duplex or something to build? Is
No.
there like a, or is that
That's-
It'd be
possible?
north of
North of
that.
that, okay.
yep.
So
It's right.
Ramona
this-
would be on the south and
Yep.
Fifth Street would be on the north.
To the south of.
Oh, is it right
It's
here,
kinda-
this one right
what's
here?
it,
That little
senior
section of
living
it?
center is there?
Yes,
Oh, you
leisure
can-
living, it'd be right south
Got
of
it.
leisure
And all
living.
these trees here would have to get torn off, you can't really.
And it's
Yeah.
just
I
two
mean,
long
it's
stretches of
skinny and-
land.
It's long and-
It used to be that, so
Got it.
I live at 411
Yeah.
Oaks, and then
Okay.
I think it's 413 is their neighbor of the south. Anyway, those houses back a long time ago, they used to have their properties go all the way back. So that used to be,
Okay.
and you can see where the trees were planted.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
the current owner
I
had,
think they used to be old farmsteads.
and so that's why there's such long strips that haven't really been developed, 'cause they didn't get broken off until, I can't remember when gonna happen, but
Right.
Oh,
you know,
that's
they
the
got
one
separated from the
all the
houses.
leisure living, okay.
And now it's just an awkward.
And it's obviously all everyone who lives there doesn't want anything else to be put there. It's a small area, it's difficult approach. I mean, it's not, you know, possible, but it's obviously it's attempted
But I think
to some extent.
maybe it's.
Yeah, that one's
Just-
Morrison.
Yeah,
And he's right, just the
this
shape of it and the only access and the cost of the land, it's
Yeah.
hard to, developers have looked at it, it's hard to develop, just to make it pencil out, you know, with it, so, you know, could look at
So the
it.
city owns it?
No,
They
that's,
still could get
that's why.
to it.
That's another problem.
Well, she's built the house
But it's
here.
been on the market for,
Extend the
I just looked up
street.
last time, it's been for a long
Yeah.
time.
Do you know how much it is?
So I think last time I checked, it was 180,000, that's the high end for it. I'm pretty sure it's dropped down. I think it was somewhere in the ballpark of 100, if I remember right from the developer, and I
So there
don't know.
must be a
if
bunch
that's-
of lots in there.
It's just two
There's just-
parcels right
there's
now,
two- Yep,
just two long parcels
they go
right
east and
now.
west there. And you can see where the trees are planted, it's one parcel basically, and then the open ground is another. And
Right,
so there's a lot of mature trees, there's good, I mean, you know, different stages of brush.
Yeah, great place for a park.
Exactly.
Because you got the leisure living and then you got
Yep.
Happy Hearts daycare right there. too.
Mhm.
Exactly. So that's why we thought something to bring up, but
Yeah.
I don't know the whole process, obviously, on the ground, you know, that's, I don't know where money would come from for that, I'm not sure what that process looks like, but we're at least to get it brought up and get it talking about it at least.
on the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you for bringing it up.
With that.
I'll bring it up at,
Yeah, it's like,
city council.
yeah, I just thought, I thought somebody would have to just buy it and build a single family home there and have like a big acreage
Huge
in
yard.
town, that's like. There it is.
There we go.
There we go, our grant money,
Say?
there it is.
Well, if you, you know, split into two, then you could get the school by and put that house in there.
Right.
And then
Here
you'd
you
have-
go, hey, maybe we put a lots for the school, oh my God.
that's true.
Except for the parcels aren't really running right for that. You'd have to,
You could rezone them, right?
Yeah,
Reparcel
rezone.
them, but,
and then you'd have to access it through the leisure living probably.
it'd be a big burden on the school because you're gonna have to put an approach there somehow, right, over the.
Whoever buys, whether it's
Yeah.
school or
Right,
city,
yeah.
there's, it's, that X is the difficult one, approach, and you're coming off a higher speed highway, so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a few issues, I mean, whoever develops it for what, it's just got a few issues going on there,
Mhm.
but.
Yeah, you almost have to buy the house to the east and tear it out and have
I think that's
access.
his house.
Oh. All right.
I know, I say P would sell, then we could get, it'd be great to have access off of Oaks, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
his
turn your
house-
driveway into
his
a
house-
street. Is he the blue one there?
He's right here,
Oh,
411.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Jeez, Tim.
Jeez, gosh.
Yeah.
Glad I
You
didn't
say,
say
P
that.
would be a puppy,
Maybe he's looking for an out.
Yeah,
Better roll right in there.
yeah.
but, I mean, yeah.
Came in looking for a
Something to look at.
park and,
Lost his house in the
Hey, we'll
process.
buy your house.
Yeah, 'cause
What do they call it, eminent domain, right?
Don't like that word.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that word.
Okay.
is that a street though through that, where those apartments are?
No, it's not.
No,
It's private drive.
That's private drive?
It
Yeah,
just,
okay.
yeah, it's owned, it's not a city street, it's owned,
Yeah.
just to access, yeah, the apartments,
Those
those.
apartments, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty landlocked.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the only problem, is they're pretty landlocked.
Good place for kids to explore, right? They'll be in
minus the
trouble.
road there, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that kind of puts us down to other items. You know, we're reviewing for next month's meeting. Obviously, we got looking for some input from Craig. If you guys have any ideas on what kind of soccer net you would envision between the soccer fields and black tie, then we can kind of get Craig some ideas on that, so he can price them out. I think that'd be great. I guess I didn't have any big visions in mind, I just assumed it would be something fairly short and fairly long to stop rolling balls. I don't think by the time they get out there, they're gonna be airborne, or should be, so. Unless you guys had any other thoughts or ideas on that one. But,
have you talked to, like Matt, the boys soccer coach or anything? I'm sure they deal with that stuff all the time.
Yeah, I don't, he used to be the president here, right?
Oh,
And,
Yes, Matt Evans, that we're
Yeah,
talking
so,
about, yeah.
so we
Yep.
could get a hold of him and he'd have some ideas for us, for sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think, I mean, they're out there, at least the last 3 years, they've been out there the majority of the time, and
Mhm.
I think they probably deal with that the most.
Mhm. Yeah, it'd be good to get feedback from him. So got people that are gonna use it, right? So
Yeah, he would have
what's
the
gonna help
experience
them?
with it.
Yeah, what's gonna help you the most instead of just throwing something out there and hoping for the best.
I'd have no idea.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Otherwise, anybody else have anything, any good for the order? No? Well, we can take a motion to adjourn. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned. I guess we should say next meeting, April 27th, so.
Good. All right, Wendy, let's get some open pickleball going.
Yeah,